tremendous run forward. Breathtaking from Arsenal.
Hello there everyone, it is Mitsu here and welcome back to another video on my channel. Today we will discuss everything related to the link-up plays. Let's head over to some in-game examples to demonstrate the ideas of this video. Basically what you need to be doing is to use most of your players while performing any attack. Let's have a look at this example. 2 short passes in the midfield and then a wide pass to the fullback. Now Neymar knows that Messi is behind him. Keep an eye on his off-the-ball movement. Messi passes the ball to Herrera to pull some attention away from him. Now 5 players from Man City were pulled to the ball side, leaving Mbappe alone, so Joao Cancelo had to mark him. Messi performs his scan and now Neymar pulls the attention of Cancelo, leaving Mbappe alone again. Meanwhile, all the players from City got their eyes on the ball only. Paris Saint-Germain will use those 5 players here. Now concentrate on the movements of each player. Notice how after every pass an opposition is pulled out and some space is created, so you want your team to be able to exploit those spaces. Whenever you are positioned in the half spaces, passes like these will pull the center backs out of position. You need to be able to deliver the passes as quickly as possible to get the most out of those areas. Notice how these short passes will keep pulling multiple players out of position, resulting in a very weak defensive shape. Keep in mind that those passes are not the safest or most guaranteed passes to connect every time. You might lose possession while attempting them. Have a look at this example. Foden drops down to receive the ball. He then passes it backwards and directly performs a run in the space that was created between the lines. Now the same idea is performed again, but this time one center back is pulled out, leaving spaces for Foden to continue his run, now with the ball. This can be applied during counter-attacks as well. Before we continue, I wanted to advise you all to download OFN. It is one of the best applications to have as a football player or even as a coach. A lot of you guys might just need some tips on very small details to take their game to the next level. As you know, this is what makes the difference between average and good players. And that's exactly why you need to download this app. You can get many tips from top class coaches on the go. Say you are heading to your training session or coming back home after doing the work in the gym. You can use this time to watch and learn from those coaches. So don't waste this opportunity and use the link in the description to give it a try. Now let's have a look on how one player can connect with multiple players during an attack. So here Liverpool were applying high pressure and they managed to get the ball back. Milner was the one who intercepted the ball. So he played this pass to allow himself to run in the space while not being marked. Notice how the defenders were pulled out of position. So he played a pass to Mane on the wing, then recognized the opportunity of performing an overlap. While Sadio Mane was cutting inside, all the defenders were busy trying to block the shooting lane, which gave James Milner even more spaces on the side. So here we have this training drill from the Econo Coaches Academy. As you can see in this example, you have the keeper, 2 defenders, 1 defensive midfielder, 2 attacking midfielders and the striker for the blue team. The blue team will want to go towards the yellow rectangle, while the black team has to score the goal in the net. This can be adjusted depending on your formation and what players do you want to build the attack on while countering the high pressure, for example. But as you can see, it will allow your team to build up those link-up plays and have a better understanding of when and how to pass these short passes to go forward with the attack. All the rules and the spacing you need is on the screen as always, and if you want to get even more training drills and in-depth analysis, you can use the code MitsoJR to sign up for the Econo Coaches Academy and receive your first 15 days for free. You can find the link in the description. Moving to more in-game examples, you will find out that in many scenarios, those link-up plays will depend on a deep-lying defensive midfielder. In this case, it was Sergio Busquets. This time it was Idrissa Ganagay. Any of the ball movement in that possession will create other passing options, even if you do not get the ball at the end. Let's have a look at this goal. Man United were keeping their defensive shape. I wanted to highlight the number of passes made by the Liverpool players and the off-the-ball movement from them after each and every pass. Notice how at the beginning of the attack, United were in a decent defensive shape and the attack was not dangerous or anything. But after all those short passes, the spaces were found and the goal was scored. Notice how the Man United players started running after the ball towards the end of this attack rather than marking their oppositions, due to this continuous short passing and off-the-ball movement. So it took Liverpool 7 passes to reach the penalty area. Now, this concept can be applied anywhere on the pitch. Just try to get use of the maximum number of players in any particular area. As you can see, it can be used to get rid of the pressure, with mostly a link-up of 3 or 2 players on the sides. You can think of it as a way of pulling the opposition's players towards one teammate, and then passing the ball quickly while everyone is moving around to provide many passing options. You can get out with the ball with a couple of these passes to start the counter. Notice how Paris Saint-Germain were able to quickly outnumber Man City in their own half after countering the high pressure. This can also be used to complete an attack. Many defenders would fall in the mistake of marking the ball, in other words, just looking towards and running after the ball only, without marking their oppositions. When you perform many of these short passes, you increase the possibility of this happening. In this example, Man City played a short corner, then Riyad Mahrez passed the ball to take the attention away from him, and directly moved inside and asked for the ball. Now the 3 players were left behind him. Here is another example. Notice how United used 3 players only for this attack. However, just after the second pass, most of Liverpool's players were out of shape, so Bruno enjoyed these spaces inside the penalty area. Now, to get the most out of this concept offensively, you need to be able to exploit the half spaces. Luckily, I have a full video on this topic, and you can watch it just by clicking on the screen right now. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.